Hello, everybody, and well, yes, there is a bug in the snapshot with the whole skin thing. There's also a bug with the creative inventory, which you might be able to see right there. And do you see anything? Do you see anything? Yes, 22W17A. Whoa, 22W17A. And we have received the goat horn as the most prominent features, but there are some other minor features that we're going to look at. But for now, goat horns. Alright, so here we are on the snapshot page, and if we start to scroll down, we have some text as normal, and the only new feature is the goat horn, which we can see was most definitely added. And the goat horn will drop when a goat rams into a tree or other hard block, aka stone, packed ice, iron ore, copper ore, or emerald ore, and other solid blocks that are unfamiliar to the goat, it won't ram into. So it'll only really try to ram into any of these blocks and any others because it only lives in mountain biomes. Here, let me show you in normal Minecraft. Since the goat only lives in these mountain biomes and maybe like some, some biomes over here with some trees, it'll only ever be able to ram into a tree or stone, or you can see right here, iron ore or emerald ore. We might be able to see some. It didn't list coal ore, which I don't know why coal ore isn't on the list, because coal ore also generates up here. But I'm not seeing any emerald ore, but it can also ram into those, and packed ice because there are the icy peaks that the goat can spawn in. And so these are the only things that the goat can ram into to drop its horn, and when it rams into one of these things, it will drop its horn. So I think we're going to do a little bit of an experiment to see if we can get one of them to drop its horn. So here we are in the Great Goat Arena, as I would like to call it. And what we are going to do is just spawn in some goats and see. Here, let's spawn in a few more than that. In fact, let's just spawn in all the goats. And let's see if we can get any to try to, like, ram something on this end. And maybe drop its horn. Also, now goats will lose one of their horns. Like, visually, they'll lose one of these if they ram into one. So you can only get 2 horns per goat, and also sometimes a goat can spawn in with just 1 horn. As you can see, this guy only has 1 horn, which means he could only spawn in with 1. And so yeah, they can only have 1 horn, and they could be a goat with no horns if you got him to ram other things. I don't know why they're all clustering in the corner, but I'm turning my friendly creatures all the way down because these guys are just being absolutely obnoxious. And hey, one of them rammed one of the, whatever they're called, the armor stand. Good grief, I can't believe I forgot that. But it did not drop it. So I think we're just going to have to wait a little bit longer for something else to happen. Oh, we just got another ram. Question is, did he lose a horn? No, he did not. Oh, another one. Any horns? Any horns? No horns, it does not look like. But we're going to let them keep trying. Oh my gosh, did you just see that? That armor stand was all the way over here. So it makes me wonder, are they going to ram the wall without the armor stands? Like, if the armor stands weren't here, would they just occasionally ram the wall? Or would they only try to ram the armor stands? Again, they keep actually hitting the armor stands. That's the problem. Oh my gosh, there's so many rammings going on. But I'm not seeing any horns fall off yet, so we're just going to have to keep waiting. Oh, did you see it? Did you see it? Right there. I got it. It's in my inventory now. And this is called Sing. And if you look, there are actually several different types of goat horns. But if we search for goat, we have all of these. We have Ponder, Sing, which is one of these. So here, we're going to actually go back to the changelog for this. So the changelog over here says that there are 8 different variants, and 4 of them can only come from screaming goats. So yeah, I assume that the other 4 can come from both screaming goats and normal goats, but 4 of them can only come from screaming goats. And it doesn't say which ones are, so I assume they're just the same way that they're listed in the creative inventory, but I'm unsure about that. So might have to do some testing later on to see what that is. Some goat horns can also spawn in pillager outposts, so if you want to find them without waiting for a goat to ram in something, this would definitely be a great way to do that. And each goat has its own sound based on the goat. Again, there's just 8 different variants, and it can be heard from afar. It says heard from afar. So it probably means that if you're in a multiplayer world, these sounds travel really, really far. We could maybe also do some testing with that. And yeah, that is all there is about the goat horn. So now we're going to go ahead and listen to all 8 different sounds. So that's all of the goat horn sounds, and you can actually see they all have a cooldown. So if I went and just played the first one again, they're now all going down, as you can see right down there. They're all, and so you can't use them again until the cooldown has run out, which I think is really definitely interesting. And you also might notice, so when these things came out on Bedrock Editions, by the way, all of these were in the betas at one point in time. When they were in there, they made a different sound if you were they made a different sound depending on how high up you were looking. And then they made a completely different sound if you were shifting. That's not on Java Edition yet. And there is also a thing on Bedrock Edition where you could turn some goat horns into like copper goat horns if you combine them with copper. You can't do that on Java Edition right now either. So this snapshot is definitely more unfinished. And it makes me think that it's probably going to be a few more snapshots before these things are completely up and running. But that's enough about the goat horn and the speculation of how long it's going to take for it to be finished. Let's jump straight into the next thing, which, according to the changelog, is the delay connecting with note blocks is visualized by the vibration particle, and it can also be wool occlusioned. So this makes us think maybe the delay has something to do with the warden. Maybe they're related somehow, which there's a whole theory that I've had with like the warden being created by pillagers, and if the allays can be found in pillager outposts, and they also have to do with vibrations, that's like that's very very suspicious behavior. And something about realms. We're not going to be able to check this out on Realm because I don't own a realm as of right now. So we're just gonna have to take the changelog for its word on this one about the world height. And then the brewing stands, UVs, and texture have been tweaked so that they can graphically fix Bedrock Edition. We're going to see if we can catch that. But let's take a look at the allay stuff right now. Apparently now you can determine which allay is going to which note block. And yes, there it is. You can see these vibration particles can come out and show which allay is hearing what you're saying. So if we went ahead and turned our blocks all the way off. Wait, nope, it's not our blocks. I always mess this up. I'm sorry, guys. It's this one. If we turned that one all the way off and now couldn't hear it, and then got some redstone action going on here. I know it's super complicated redstone, guys. Try not to get lost here. But all you have to do is do this. Okay, boom. So now you can see these guys. This guy, so that guy is too far away, it seems. But now he's in closer. And so now they're just all going to sort of hang out around here. But then if I did some wool occlusion like this, then so if I surrounded the note block in wool, except maybe for the top, can they now? Okay, so now none of them are hearing the note block. That's really interesting. That's really, really interesting. But if one of them came over here on top of where the note block is, like right there, this one is now hearing the block. Oh, and those just heard it when they flew over top of it. That's it. You could do some really cool farm ideas, guys. There's some really cool farm ideas that you can do. Really, definitely cool farm ideas. I know I just said that 3 times, but it's true. There are definitely some weird mechanics that this entails, and I'm actually really excited to see what the community does with this, because there are a lot of things that this could mean. But here, if we turn our sound back up, yeah, that's annoying. But hey, you know, I really like this functionality. It's really interesting, and it gives a lot more potential to the allay, I feel. The whole wool occlusion thing, and again, that definitely adds some serious lore to, like, you know, the pillagers and the allay, and the pillagers with their the thing that looks like a pillager tower in the deep dark. Like, Again, all I have to say is, because that's really all there is to say. And again, I'm not sure why Ponder got stuck in the delete item thing, but hey, what you gonna do? So, on to the last thing, and possibly one of the most exciting things in this snapshot, which is Warden Changes, or I guess Warden Tweaks, or as the changelog would say it, Warden Balancing. And this now completely revamps the range attack. Well, not necessarily revamps, but just makes it way more absolutely ridiculous. So we're going to go out and check this out, but first let's read off the stuff. It bypasses shields and armor. This means it doesn't matter if you're wearing armor, the Warden Sonic Boom will kill you anyways. And they'll do 10 damage, so it'll do half of your hit points. And the cooldown is 2 seconds. So in 4 seconds, the Warden will kill you. And it doesn't matter where you are, through blocks, even if you're high up. And yeah, it does definitely do less damage, but it does way more. And we also have a custom death message, so let's go check that out. But the whole bypass shield, that's so absolutely ridiculous. You don't even know. Here, I'm going to show you. So down here in the ever ominous, deep, dark, ancient city, we are going to try to get a warden to spawn in and then immediately tower up. So let's get back into creative mode and just give us a load of blocks. Sure, we'll take a bazillion grass and then go into survival and see how fast this thing can kill us. So if we could maybe activate a Skulk Shrieker really quick. Are there no Skulk Shriekers? Okay, let's come over here. There's a Skulk Shrieker. Come on. Come on, my friend Skulk Shrieker. You know you want to. Is there a bug with this? This is a bug. Don't tell me this is a bug. I wanted to summon a warden. Where are the Skulk Shriekers? My people. I've not cheating, giving myself a warden spawn egg, so we're just gonna... What? Did he just disappear? Guys, I think he just disappeared. We're gonna try this again. He did just disappear. He's gone. What on earth? Let's go back up to the surface and see what's happening with this. So, can I actually spawn the warden in? It does not look like it. Okay, guys. Well, I guess there's a bug. This is a really buggy snapshot, as we have definitely seen. And yeah, with the whole skin thing. But this is probably the weirdest one of all. The warden is completely nerfed. The warden does not exist. So, if there was a snapshot to take on an Ace Insidian, this is the snapshot, because the warden cannot spawn. So, yeah, I guess besides bug fixes, that's all. I'm really sorry that the warden won't spawn in. What if we try to spawn him with a command? Nope, he dies too. Okay, well, then that just show off everything. So, well, I mean, yeah, back to the changelog. Albeit only for some bug fixes, but hey, let's look at them. So, there are some technical changes. Again, technical changes, guys. I hope you have fun reading them as I scroll over them and don't talk at all about them, because they're just technical changes. And also, by the way, you can see we're halfway down this page and we still have to do all the bug fixes. There's a lot of bug fixes because 1.19 is coming soon. Now, there are still some bugs, as we just saw, so Mojang is going to have a fun time fixing all of those, but they have fixed all of these bugs, which is definitely fun. So thank you for watching all the way to the end of the video. I very much do appreciate it. If you've seen all the way to the end of the video, please give a comment in the comment section telling me that you have done so, and I will give your comment a heart and a like, as always, on these snapshot videos. Without further ado, I will see you people next time.